Hi, you're face to face with Shell, and I hope everyone's doing okay out there. Following on from the last video that I done of our island adventure, there's a couple of things I actually forgot to tell you, so I thought I'd do this little extra video. First of all, I want to correct myself. I'm sure I said in the video in Donegal town it was called the Diamond in the centre of town. It's actually the Triangle, so I do apologise for that. And I did find out about the statue, so I'll put a link in the description of Red Hugh O'Donnell and you can find out more about him. I've also put the link in the description for last time's video as well, so wherever you're watching you'll find out more about him, you can read about him. Also, I didn't probably make it clear, we had to stay another night in Donegal. The day that the storm happened, I did think that was going to be our last night, but the ferries were all cancelled for the Saturday, so we got to stay another night in the villa, which was brilliant. There was nobody else coming in the next again week, so it was great. We didn't have to move or anything, so it was lovely to have another day in Donegal. There's another couple of funny stories that I forgot to tell as well. We had been told by the owner of the holiday park, Eamon, to go to a few different beaches, and one of them, it had a pier on it, and there was a man and his little girl. She was swimming in the sea, although she had a wetsuit on. You know, brilliant, very brave of her, because obviously I wouldn't like to think of the temperature of the water. Anyway, as I was doing the little video, I thought I was going to tell him what I was doing, and I told him about my channel, etc. And he was really interested. So once we'd had a chat, I said, listen, we're going to get going, because the wind had started to pick up and my arms were going blue. My burn scars, if they get too hot, they go very red, and if they get too cold, they go blue. And without missing a beat, he said to me, what, are you going off? As in how cheese or food goes off with mould, the blue mould. I thought that was absolutely hysterical. I loved it. I love the humour. Another story was, we were in one of the local pubs, and it was actually Scottish guys we had met, two sons and their dad. Their grandfather actually stays not far from the pub, so they were over visiting him. And one of the guys, we were having quite a good banter with them all, but one in particular. And then he said, right, I'm going to ask you a question. Are you ready? And I thought, yeah, okay. It's maybe going to be about my wheelchair or my scars, don't know. He went, right, so you're ready for this? I went, yeah. What's your favourite colour of sock? I was like, what? Out of all the questions you could have asked me, that's what you're asking. Obviously my answer was black. And it's up there with the question that was asked in Glastonbury a couple of years ago. A guy sat down beside us and he asked me what was my favourite shoe. And I thought he meant make of shoe, so I answered New Rock, but my New Rock boots. And he just looked at me. He went, no, what I mean is left or right. And I was like, what? And I just said, I think I said left. I can't even remember. So that's up there with that question. And when I was telling one of my friends about, what colour of sock do you, what's your favourite colour of sock? And I was prepared for either a question about my wheelchair or my scars. And she said, do you know what, Michelle, but that's brilliant. Because he wasn't looking at your scars or your wheelchair. He was just asking you what he thought was a normal question. I thought, you know what, absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So I just thought I'd tell you those little funny stories. Thank you so much for watching, and I want to give a massive shout out to my subscribers. And if you haven't already, it'd be great if you could subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos. Also, it'd be great if you could give me a like, a thumbs up and a share. You can also leave me a comment. Remember, I do have a website and I'll leave a link in the description. You can head over there. You'll find lots more photographs, help and advice. Thank you again for watching. Stay safe, stay strong, and we'll chat soon. Bye.